Hello everybody, welcome back to the Panel by Panel Comics YouTube channel with me, your host Jay. Today is my top 10 comics coming up for the week of July 15th, 2026. But before we get into my top 10, here are 4 notable comic books coming out that didn't quite make my top 10 but are still highly recommended by myself. We have Nightwing issue 140 coming out this week. Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 53, X-Men issue 33 as we get closer and closer to the DNX event coming, and then finally Invincible Universe Battle Beast 11, always a great book from Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley. But before we get into my top 10 guys, if you are new to the channel, please hit that like button and the subscribe button as well so you never miss out on my nearly daily comic book content. Now coming in at number 10 we have Lobo. This is issue number 5, 32 pages for $4. This is Lobo finally getting that license to become a new bounty hunter once more. He has tried to do that the last couple of issues. Now he's finally going to do that after the Supergirl incident in last issue. We'll see if he can finally move on from that and become a licensed bounty hunter. We're also going to see him get his first job back. His first job got him back into a fight with Supergirl, and Lobo and Dog are leaving Earth before they embarrass anyone else, and Lobo's looking for an opportunity to get in even better shape. This is of course written by Scotty Young, the art done by the great Jorge Corona, my favorite comic book artist that I've ever experienced. He's just so good. I love the way that he does his art, and that is why it comes in at number 10 on my list this week. Coming in at number 9 we have G.I. Joe issue number 24, 32 pages for $4. This is wrapping up the Crystal Ball little mini arc that we have going on. This says, what is Crystal Ball's ultimate plan? Risk puts it all on the line for an unexpected ally, but can Cobra agents or Joes be trusted? Can't wait to see how Joshua Williamson writes this title. Andre Milana doing the artwork. And I know in the next issue, we're going to have an even bigger 25th anniversary issue whenever we have the G.I. Joes going up against the Night Force side of the G.I. Joe universe, kind of going on in the Energon universe. Can't wait to see how this goes down, but issue number 24 of G.I. Joe comes in at number 9 on my top 10. Coming in at number 8, we have Fantastic Four. This is issue number 14, 32 pages for $5, legacy numbering 740. This is titled, Our Guarantee to You, absolutely the most unexpected story you'll read all year. Something has gone terribly wrong on Earth. It's spreading from human to human, quickly, unstoppably. The Baxter Building is not immune, and before they can even realize there is a problem, everyone on that Fantastic Four is compromised. Everyone that is, save for Joe and Nikki, the young adopted children of Ben and Alicia, whose alien physiology leaves them immune. But what can 2 children do to save an entire world all by themselves? And what if what's needed for a cure is physically impossible? Joe and Nikki take center stage in this mind-bending single-issue epic. It's just a single-issue arc. Can't wait to see how that goes. And we know that this is only a single issue because the Fantastic Four are going to be involved in both Avengers Armageddon as well as the X-Men event coming up in DNX. Can't wait to see how that goes down. Ryan North is, of course, going to be the writer for this issue, and the artist is Ramon Rosanos. We're going to get Humberto Ramos back on Fantastic Four doing the art in next issue, but this still seems like a really cool one-shot little epic for the Fantastic Four world going on right now, created by Ryan North. Next, coming in at number 6, we have the Infernal Hulk issue number 9, legacy numbering 820, 32 pages for $5. This is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. The art is done by Adam Gorham. Now this is titled, As the Fallen Army Spreads Across the Globe, Infernal Hulk sets his sights on the Baxter Building and the secret weapon that Mr. Fantastic thinks will end Hulk's conquest of Earth. Meanwhile, Bruce Banner and Dr. Voodoo undertake a suicide mission into the Soul Cages to steal a weapon of a different sort. We saw at the end of last issue, Bruce Banner going to Dr. Voodoo, asking him for help after we saw how that kind of went down the last time. Did not go well. Definitely some animosity towards both sides. Really, Dr. Voodoo showing animosity towards Bruce Banner because Bruce Banner was pretty much a big old idiot the last time that they came together. But we'll see how this goes down. Infernal Hulk, still a great title. Going strong. I think it's only going to go for 10 issues, so this seems to be the penultimate issue for this title. Don't quite know if that's true. I just don't see anything past Infernal Hulk issue 10. We'll see how that goes down here in Infernal Hulk issue number 9. Kicking off the top, or no, this is number 6, excuse me. We have Arcadia. This is issue number 6. It's the conclusion of the first story arc, 32 pages for $5. This skipped last month's, but I think hopefully because of how huge of an issue this is for this series, I am willing to still seek it out and still be in my top 10, let alone be number 6. It's such a great series. I love the way that they include a little bit of a music track in the title so that you can listen to some music during a big point of the issue, and it sets the tone. It helps you get even more into the universe of Arcadia. Can't wait to see how this goes down, as Fix and Halu are bound to find the lost city of Arcadia in this issue. How they do that and how successful does that go? Will everybody make it there safe and alive? Who knows? We saw the death of what appeared to be Halu's I guess dad before the world went crazy in the previous issue. That was really emotional, and it really gave me more of a reason to read this story because you saw what the stakes were. And I can't wait to see how this goes. The Inaki brothers the Miranda brothers, excuse me, doing a fantastic job. Inaki Miranda as the artist does a fantastic job being the artist on this title. And it's probably my favorite book by Ignition Press right now. Such a great title. Highly recommend. Coming in at number 5, we have End of Life issue number 6, 32 pages for $4. Getting closer and closer to this 8-issue miniseries wrapping up under the DC Vertigo label. This is titled Richard Smiley Strikes Back. Eddie is losing allies fast, and with the tiniest drop of goodwill from Leona all but dried up, he's gone to no one to turn to. Has Eddie had it with Pluto, or is a chance with Sophie enough to keep him around? Who knows? And it all involves two of the most unsavory types Eddie Stallion has ever come across in his life. Eddie Stallion kind of hitting that all-time low point right now, it appears, in this issue. There's no one there. He has no purpose. He has no one to go to. So now, where does that take him? What are going to be his motivations to get back into the real world? Is it going to be with Sophie? Is it going to be with Leona and her child, who is still kidnapped right now? And his whole purpose of going out is to try to find this kid. So we're still trying to find this Eddie Stallion goodwill character. Is that going to be in this issue? Is it going to be in next issue? Who knows? Can't wait to see. Kyle Starks does the writing. Steve Pugh is the artist on this title. A great 1-2 punch with those two. Can't wait to see how this title goes. That's why it comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, maybe a bit low, but a lot of great titles coming out this week. I have Absolute Green Arrow. This is issue number 3, 32 pages for $5. This says Dinah is on the trail of the Green Arrow killer. After the horrifying events of last issue, Dinah must capture the Green Arrow killer as she finally finds Oliver Queen's protege, Roy Harper. But as the killer's attacks intensify and Dinah discovers the unsettling effects they're having on Star City, Harper's trail takes her on a journey darker and more twisted than she ever imagined. So we're finally getting Roy Harper in the Absolute Universe, or at least getting him revealed, getting our first insights into him, what he looks like, what his personality traits are going to be like, and just how he's drawn. I can't wait to see how the great Raphael Albuquerque does that in this issue, as well as Pornsack Pikachu. Can't wait to see how he writes this issue. It's been a fantastic 2-issue start. Hopefully he keeps up the pace here in issue number 3. And finally, down to the final 3. Kicking off the top 3, we have Absolute Flash, issue number 17, 32 pages for $5. This is issue number 17. Can Grodd be saved? That is what it is titled. We saw at the end of last issue, one of the rogues has Grodd basically with a knife to his throat. Is this the end of the line for Grodd? Is Flash going to save him? Or is it going to be his dad that comes in and yet again has more animosity towards humans because they're trying to kill his son? I can't wait to see how that goes down. It also says the Flash and the Rogues work to liberate Colorado from Grodd's control, but can they save Grodd as well as the town? We're going to get all the Rogues in this issue. Grodd, of course Flash, and I assume Lena, or not Lena, rather the love interest of Wally West in this issue, Linda Park. Can't wait to see how that goes. Absolute Flash has been slowly creeping up as one of my top titles I think it might be better than Absolute Superman right now, just because the storytelling from Jeff Lemire is starting to really cook. It feels like Absolute Superman is more of a visual enjoyment rather than a true storytelling right now, because it's a big fight going on with Superman and Black Adam and Absolute Hawkman. There's not a whole lot of storytelling rather than just a big fight, which is cool, but I want some more storytelling, and I'm getting both of those here in Absolute Flash. That's why it comes in at number 3. Doesn't quite crack the top 2. Instead, it actually goes to 2 Marvel titles. Coming in at number 2, we have Captain America issue number 13. This is 32 pages for $5. Legacy numbering 784. This is Hell's Angel Part 2. And this is so high up on my list, mainly because we're going to get Captain America versus one of his most intriguing villains, if not his number 1 villain of all time, Red Skull. We saw at the end of last issue Red Skull get reintroduced because he's been in hell with Victor Von Doom, and he's now using him as a leverage to go after Captain America, to beat him up, to try to get him on his side, or to ultimately kill him. No, not quite sure what the true intentions are for Victor Von Doom in Avengers Armageddon, but we're slowly getting there. He has captured the soul of Captain America, and now he's dragging him into a battlefield unknown to him. Steve Rogers still struggling to survive in a world he doesn't understand, hell, and Armageddon is getting even closer and closer. Technically, like the ultimate Armageddon, that's really what it means. Obviously, Armageddon is here, but it hasn't reached its full prime yet. But coming in at number 1 on my top 10 is Avengers Armageddon, and this is issue number 2. The first issue was solid. It laid the groundwork for what is going to be going on in this huge event for Marvel, their blockbuster summer event. But now you really have to hit the ground running here if you are Chip Zdarsky, as well as the artists pair of Delio Diaz and Frank Alpizar. This says, the final reckoning that leads to a major shakeup for the Avengers. You're going down, Thunderbolt Ross. Red Hulk's tirade across the globe must be stopped until a mysterious new hero as powerful as the Sentry appears to level Red Hulk and the Avengers. Now, who is this hero? Well, maybe it's David Colton, the one that we know as the Afghanistan war era of Captain America. He took on the Captain America symbol as well as the super serum, and then it did damage to his heart. Then we saw in the Road to Armageddon with Wolverine, we saw him get one of those box powers from Reborn, Ultimate Impact Reborn. It actually is all coalescing and going into one huge event, which I do like. They are doing a fantastic job at making all the titles kind of come one in on the other. This is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see how it goes down. Ultimately, I'm going to continue reading this series as long as it keeps up with it's probably not going to keep up with the expectations that I put for it, just because 1, it's Marvel, they always let you down, and then 2, I have such high expectations for this book. I love Chip Zdarsky. He's probably one of my top 3 writers currently going on for Marvel, as well as probably like Benjamin Percy. There's another person that I'd probably put in that list. I'm just not thinking about it right now. But anyways, Avengers Armageddon, my number 1 pick this week in my top 10. Let me know what your number 1 pick is and your most anticipated book coming out for New Comic Book Day. I'll see you on Wednesday when I head to my local comic shop. Make sure you tune in for that video. But remember, keep reading your comics panel by panel. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. Have a great rest of your day.